Beautiful people, today we are ranking the best players in all of FC 25. We've gone with a team of the season focus, no budget, unlimited, creme de la creme, and I've adjusted the tiers where we have a top 10, extra broken, rank 1, and foot champs. I'm not gonna hold you. If you're new, it's free to subscribe. Drop a like for more of this goodness. And Bon Madi, Ballon d'Or winner, where does she compare in the scale or the skew amongst team of the season players? I'm starting off in rank 1. Remember, this isn't a comparison against the masses, but the players that you're seeing on screen, the influence that they're gonna have. That's my opinion. Alexander-Arnold, foot champs. So many fullbacks that are similar, if not better, once you get into the upper echelon. But I will say his passing is phenomenal. Mateus, first one into broken, without a doubt. She's had something special about her to the degree, or to the point that I'm actually going to give her extra broken. And if you're wondering about the top 10, I'm going to make a lineup at the end of the video, so don't go anywhere. Anthony, fun SBC. I've been enjoying using him. He comes off the bench mostly, but he's viable out wide. I have no question marks. The skills are right. The cutting inside, the finesse shot. I still want to lean him into rank 1. Maybe I'm doing too much, but it's still early doors. Barella, not a problem in the middies. Good enough for the weekend. You might have someone more dynamic. You might have someone more complete. He is Pitbull-esque, Italian's finest, and I don't want to talk about the Champions League. We all watched what we watched. It was the most one-sided Champions League matchup of all time. If PSG plays like that, they're beating anyone in the world. I said it. I stand by it. Barcola, first instincts, has rank 1, and it also tells me internalization here. Anthony's gonna have an early move down to foot champs because he still mostly uses a super sub this way. Bastoni, highly underrated, first broken category. Jude Bellingham, without a doubt, broken. We also packed him, which was a nice little extra helping, or player picked him. And I've been pleasantly surprised, even as an attacking midfielder. I've used him often with the shadow striker role, where he's almost secondary, and he's been able to make things happen. He's shifty, he's shaking and baking. The upgrades noticeable, the technical capabilities, the extra pass, first time knockdown. There's a lot of complimentary in motion, a lot of compliments in action. Chawinga is so fast. Danger, threat, somewhat terrifying, and now with a weak foot, we're going rank 1. Kareem the Dream, a number 9 that's not going to cost you an arm and a leg, and likely to even get more affordable. I'm happy to have the return of the Ballon d'Or winner. I said all that to still put him in rank 1. Doué, who technically has a better version since the Champions League, and that might be a theme for the PSG players in general, but we're still focusing on specifically team of the season, and that's very few players far and in between. I'd actually edge Barcola in front. I know a lot of people completed that SBC, but he ended up being somewhat ordinary, even though he has extraordinary talent, at least on the virtual pitch, amongst the players that were released, and we're only talking about the gaming side, not what he's been doing for PSG in real life. Chawinga ×2, also gonna join in rank 1. Ousmane Dembele. Is there a player worth more hype? Bigger upward momentum. Even the chase down videos of his instant press have been making me smile. It's gotta be said. What's right is right. What a leader for that PSG side. Might be an early contender to go ahead and push into the top 10. I'm gonna wait that out because I want to build an actual starting 11. DeMarco, and for whatever reason, he has every stat line you could ask for. We can sit here and greens across the board, hashtag organics. If you know, then you know. I'll put the sunglasses on, but he doesn't stand out enough as a fullback. I think you're getting good value. I'll throw that out here, and we can keep that on repeat and reiterate, whatever it may be. Cristiano Ronaldo, we know what that's about. Team of the season or team of the year comes knocking, and he shows up and he shows out, even at the late stages of his career. And there's been so many rumors day to day on what's happening next. Is he going to be on the move in terms of Saudi adjustments, maybe domestically? Could we see him in MLS? I got notifications turned on. Hugo has sort of been special. Didn't expect it. I don't think any of us have, and I put him in here not because of the price point, but the ability. There's something been a little grittier. He gets the bounces. He breaks through. There's an overpoweredness that doesn't necessarily make sense, but he has that. That's how I feel. Diaby, another burner for you out wide, rank 1. Alphonso Davies, the Canadian dream. maybe he should be higher. The price tag is so cheap, but I don't break him down well. I find him to be recovering automatically, AI functioning, but we're starting him in rank 1 for now. Dumine, I think, has to go to rank 1. I can't believe how deadly, how dangerous. This item has came out of nowhere with the most pro clubs build ever, where she can play as a striker or center mid, and her speed boost, it's immediate. I feel trapped. I do not like going up against her. She has been terrorizing my weekends. I'm affected. LaBelle, also like into rank 1. Same with Torres, who I've been using. I would recommend playing him more centrally. Frimpong for a bouncy fullback option. That's there. Very possible. Fernandez, quite fun to use. And if we're seeing any sort of theme here, everyone is going at least rank 1. We might have to do some leveling, some move, and some groove. Gabby, and I like him a lot, to the point that I'd put him in broken. He could rival the Bastonis. Gravenberch I've been using. Rank 1 feels right. I don't know if I'd go above and beyond. Holland is still a disruptor. He's still got that big body type, but he's not complete. I think if you're using him, you know that. It might be Lob City, or you're trying to hit him for the through ball merchant, 50-50, chip it downstream and let him go swimming. He has his own way of playing the game, set pieces as well, but he's not the best provider. He's not going to give you a bunch of skills that come out clean and precise. Even the turn and burn is a little different with him, but if you abuse it right, he's the only player up top that kind of has this different type of feel and animation. It's kind of clunky, but it also works. I'm leaving him here. Griezmann, I see being used. I think a lot of us packed him, myself included, but he's not necessarily getting starter minutes. I'm actually going to bring him all the way down to foot champs. Horan will still control a midfield. She was just part of that early release, and the first team of the season players, generally speaking, have came down in price tremendously. There could be a recency bias. Harder's another rank 1, no questions asked. Victor, Gyökeres, similar situation. I would have had him maybe higher if we were just making a list around strikers or attackers, but the fact that we have everyone you could ask for amongst this release, the competition is elite. Martinez, super fun to use, and I never thought I'd say that. João Cancelo, I'd like to give him more respect. I would prefer using him to an Alexander-Arnold or DeMarco, even though he's going to cost you less than 100,000 coins. Isak, I'll lean into broken. He's got the low-driven, finesse, rapid, good body type, feels nimble, even though he has that size. He's one of those rule-breaking type of attackers, or just players in general. Ibanez, might surprise you. I'm going as far as rank 1. King Kimmy, I love him. I don't know if rank 1 is enough. That's how I feel. I stay giving him playing time, big time minutes, prime time performing. He's not leaving the lineup. I'm standing by him. We're going broken. If you think about it, he has jockey, intercept, anticipate. What a trifecta. Good track record, proof of concept. I love that man. Conte, another player that will haunt you in the midfield. The relentless by nature, not nurture. He is everywhere like the plague. He is everything you would expect and more. João Neves, I enjoy using him. I want to be complimentary. Do I give him the nudge up to broken? I'm going to do it. Mateo will surprise you, but the competition is incredible. I don't know what else to say. Harry the Wizard, I like broken. Maybe having a little bit of a degree between the next notch up. MC Sauce, McTominay. I think he's been this good in the midfield. I don't know if there's a recency bias with all the success around Napoli. Of course, Kevin De Bruyne announcing that signing. What is going on at United? I'm taking all sorts of sidebars. Moise Kean, Speed Demon, weekend certifiable. Musiala still with some of the best technical you can buy into. The separation of space, the takeoff. We're talking NASA levels of acceleration. I love what I'm seeing. I love what I'm dealing with. Mbappe, I'll go extra broken for now, but I don't see how he can't be in that top 10. Love it, hate it, agree with it, disagree with it, whatever you may say. All the different iterations and upgrades. Mbappe was meant for FC success, even FIFA success. Every year, he is just on another planet going forward, and he's the one-man counter. He's the one-man show. He gets the bounces. It doesn't matter if you're crossing, if it's on the ground, if it's a chip-through ball. He's just getting every single little pickup or any 50-50 moment, or a little crevice of space. He finds it constantly. Lewandowski, more of a weekend league contributor, doesn't have the ability to just turn and burn, to give you some sort of takeoff, which would put him on another level, and he's kind of missing that this year in particular. Koundé, I love him, and my bias is coming in heavy. We're going rank 1. I would prefer him again to the fullbacks that we have in foot champs. Cunha, good vibes, also on a transfer move to United. We'll see if he can keep up what he's been producing. The Brazilian just has certain attacking characteristics and a confidence cadence that just can't be taught. No spoilers, but I made a video a couple days ago about hidden gems. Cunha may or may not have been in that video. Lamine Yamal, teenager just producing at the utmost levels. The future is here, the future is now, and we put together a video on the second channel. If you have not subscribed, highly appreciated, for the football records. I will link that down below, and he's going without a doubt to extra broken. We'll have more conversations. Messi, the man before LaBelle at Barcelona. Not necessarily the same types of players. I know people love a comparison, but both players being at Barcelona at points of their careers, hopefully long periods of their careers, if you're talking about Yamal and you're projecting, at least if you're a Barcelona fan, and they produced when they were young. They were ready from early doors, from early evenings, from early conversations. Hansen, I love using her. I have her in the lineup. I just felt like she's missing a little bit of something from where she was at before. So I'm going to put her into rank 1. Nuno's been what you would expect him to be as a fullback. Also another PSG player that I believe has an upgrade. Nico Williams, sort of been back in action. I think you'd get mad at me if he didn't go rank 1. Olise, I believe, is clear for broken. He has had that special sauce. He's had a spark this year in particular. Always gone above and beyond. Been better than maybe you expected. Even with high levels of anticipation, this 96 has not let me down. Osimhen, I am not trusting him, and I'm not scared going up against him. I don't have that fear. And for that reason, we're going rank 1. I'm not going to deny what he can do. That's my stance, and I'm sticking to it. Renard, cool for the center back role. I have preference and different optionality. Cole Palmer just didn't upgrade enough. We were getting cold outside, and he had other items that I stood behind. And I still would in that same period of the game cycle. But this 95 didn't feel like enough of an upgrade. To the point that I'm even going to go as far as foot champs. Reinders, good in the midfield. Kind of an underrated player. Also, we'll say foot champs. Pedri, he's not getting broken for me. I think there was that initial pusher when he was released. And I'd bring him down another notch at this point. Pacho, what a CB. Some of you might say extra broken. Also another player that has the upgrade. I don't want to be a broken record, but they just keep adding more and more into the game. And at the end of the day, I like making videos where I've used the players. I've gone up against the players. We have a little more to measure. There's some early metrics. It's not just a stat read. Rafinha, wow, what an item. What an individual. What a talent. Mateo, I'm happy to put him into broken, but I'm not going above that. I'm not reaching for the heavens or reaching for the sky. Does not have the same history in previous games, though I will say this year, hand clap, deserved. Rudiger might be the cheapest of the CBs that's getting broken for me. If you're a manual defender, he's still authentic as can be. Bruiser gets in there and shoves, pushes. One of the most physical players I've used. Trinity Rodman, speed is absolute. She's a killer. We'll take out a fullback, no questions asked. Salah with the finesses, still good fun here. We'll go broken. Tanaka, I'm knocking all the way down to rank 1. Valverde, for whatever reason, has not been clicking to the point that I'm more or less gonna have him in foot champs. I don't even see him in starting 11s, and the price tag might support the claim, or the claim supports the price tag, or the return of investment supports what you're spending, or the value to the production. I don't know. Saliba also broken, no doubt about it. Xavi Simons, what an item. I'm gonna say rank 1, but if you're making a case, you're going detective mode, and you have a difference of opinion, I'll hear it. Declan Rice is a good holding mid, but I don't think he moves the room, and I that's gonna be a continuing theme. I actually believe you're paying the Premier League English tax with Declan Rice in particular. Jonathan Tah, this came out of nowhere. Big body, 6'5", wide shoulders, bruiser, anticipate, pings, pass, and aerial. He's not losing anything in the air. Vinny. I don't know if I can cut him out of extra broken. He's at least here. Maybe we'll do that this time around. I would rather have these other attackers. Sanchez might surprise you a bit. I'll take him up to rank 1. Sophia Wilson, formerly known as Sophia Smith, still broken. Shaqiri, we're not talking Shakira, but the hips might be moved. Double 5-star 4-play styles back in full effect. And you see what it means. When he moved back to Switzerland, He revamped, revitalized, skin looking softer than ever, jawline strong. Florian Wirtz can't seem above rank 1. Upamecano broken, and again on a discount. If you are a manual defender, he has everything you're looking for in terms of center backs. Virgil van Dijk, only one place to be, likely to lead that back line, if you know where I'm going. Vitinha could be down to foot champs. Shaw, I'm okay with foot champs. Such an affordable 97. If you're looking for value, it's there. And Russo, also an item that I've enjoyed using, but amongst this group, I don't know who you'd prioritize her over. Let's review. And I'm not going to focus on the bottom half, and I'm actually throwing in an audible. I was going to build a starting 11, but we're missing a couple key positions. So I'm actually going to turn the top 10 into a top 5. We keep that separation with extra broken, and I like that from an initial viewing point or an official lens. You can let me know if you agree or you disagree. Virgil van Dijk, you're not beating that individual. Forget about it. Mbappe, it might be someone you're familiar with, but there's a reason that we always talk about Mbappe with certain levels, especially when it comes to the brokenness on the game or in the game. The next part of this gets difficult. Messi almost for the upgrade of just taking his previous items that had clear liabilities or issues or concerns, just elephants in the room. This 97 negates all of that. Now I'm struggling. I like Rafinha a lot. Same with Yamal. I think Dembele this year in particular deserves a spot. Impossible to deny what he's done on the pitch and also on the virtual pitch. Both feet equal footed. He doesn't know which is his best foot. And last but not least, I'm going to give it to the youngster Yamal, even with all the hype. And you might be paying a little more of a premium just because the namesake or the name brand. That wraps our top 5. We also have 5 in extra broken, which I feel good about. I love Jude Bellingham. The more that I've used him and gotten used to it, King Kimmy has always put on for us. Harry Kane, I can understand a case for going up another notch. I might give him that lean. The same with Jude. Put respect on their names. We'll leave Bastoni alone. MC Sauceru. Pacho probably deserves it as a CB. Maybe a little bit better than some of the comp. Saliba has also been an absolute consistent barrier of entry type of center back. Vinny Jr., say what you will, but he puts you on an island, and the footwork is just remarkable. And this puts us in a decent place. I look forward to your comments. You can let me know what I missed out on, if there's any players that should be considered. If you have any questions around your squad or player comparisons, I will answer all of those. And of course, this has my bias, a little bit of a Midas touch. I'm turning everything to gold. We have a lot more content coming out ASAP. We appreciate you in these parts.